So, welcome, agents, to strain 68-OCT of the 0 Point Report, a broadcast all about the news surrounding the Secret World IP. Today is Thursday, September 1st, 2022, and I am Ocho, one of the hosts for this evening. With me tonight, we have 2 Ton Waffle.
Howdy.
Hey, and we hear you, too. That's a good thing.
That's always a good thing.
And we also have Jimmy the Rabbit.
BMW. I said Audi. We're naming car manufacturers, right?
Subaru. How you doing?
Toyota.
Wait, Subaru, but Subaru means something.
Oh, yeah, probably.
No,
I worked there. I should know this.
Yeah, you should know this.
I should know that, actually. I worked at their national headquarters for a couple of years. I should actually know what the heck their name means. I know their logo is the Pleiades.
Yeah, it's a constellation, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
but it's a Pleiades constellation, or at least what we call Pleiades.
Yeah, it's I learned that at the Science Center like last month. You know, like they do the observatory thing, like presentation, like lean back at the chairs and there's like a dome and like
yeah.
And I've learned that constellation is the Subaru logo.
Mm-hmm. Now, is it like I didn't expect you today.
No one
Bomber
expects
coming in
the
trolling
Spanish.
The 0 Point Report is never early or late. It
no,
arrives exactly when needed.
We're always late.
It arrives exactly late all the time.
We are never. The only consistency is that we are never on time. And I'm fine with that. Hi, Bomber. How are you?
In and of itself.
Yes, right. But I want to say. Now I want to say is it what the Japanese call that constellation?
Well, I know it means united, but it might be the Japanese name for constellation.
Yeah, it might be something like that. I don't know. I work there. You'd think I'd know. I don't. But welcome to the show. I hope you're all doing bad. Or doing bad.
Doing bad.
Doing bad.
It's been.
I hope you're all doing fucking awful.
I hope everything sucks.
Goddamn right.
I'll see you in hell. Oh, that was amazing.
Even I'm like, where the heck did that come from? Where's my mind?
You just did the young mission. That's all. You just swapped the chalkboard.
Right. What a Freudian slip that was.
That's great.
No, I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're all doing good.
I hope you all fell down a well.
I hope you skim your knee.
You all make me sick. Underneath this nice, calm demeanor, I'm actually a raging asshole. That's my secret. I'm always a raging asshole. But welcome to the 0 Point Report, where we talk about all the news surrounding the Secret World. And yes, it's a Thursday, so
that was news to me.
Thursday.
That was news to me.
Any potential Thursday, right? Yeah. Jimmy did not know today was Thursday.
Yeah, I was a little off.
What day did you think it was? Did you think it was Wednesday or do you think it was Friday?
I thought it was a day, and I knew it wasn't the weekend. I knew it wasn't the weekend. That was still coming, and beyond that, I had not settled on anything.
Because if you thought it was Wednesday and it's Thursday, you could be like, oh, okay, so the weekend's kind of closer.
No, see, I knew that tomorrow was Friday. I just didn't know today was Thursday.
Okay.
Well, what day comes before Friday?
Your mom day.
Yeah.
Yo mama.
It's really just whatever day.
It is. No, it is. It's entirely like. See, a lot of people think that if you think tomorrow is a certain day, that means you know what today is. That is not true. There is no need to know what today is to know what day tomorrow is.
It is very philosophical, but I get it. Yeah.
It is very possible to be like, oh yeah, tomorrow's Friday, and like
still just because today is Thursday,
recognize today is Thursday.
Yeah, just because today is Thursday does not necessarily mean tomorrow is Friday.
Right. Correct.
I mean, tomorrow will happen, and there's a good chance it'll be Friday.
Yeah, but maybe it's not.
But maybe not. Yeah.
Maybe it spontaneously is a Wednesday.
That's actually very Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Almost.
I was gonna say, yeah.
It's sort of philosophy.
It goes from Wednesday to Monday. What the hell happened?
That happened in history once. when the Catholic Church, when they were switching calendars and they.
That's a good way to fuck with people. That's you think a 1 hour time change is bad?
It came to mind because wasn't it in one of the Secret World videos, one of the intro videos, and it was like flashing text cross screen, and one of them was like 13 days are missing. But that was really like in between like a calendar shift between like the Julian calendar and whatever we use now. 11 days, that's what it is. Yeah, 11 days missing. And it was when they just decided to we're gonna use this calendar now. And so
I'm saying, you know how much that must have fucked with people?
Oh
if
gosh,
if you think daylight saving times fucks your day, imagine like 11 days. You're like, wait, what?
You're like, it was just March. It was just the end of March, and now it's April 11th, or something like that.
Yeah, just imagine almost 2 weeks is missing. Like,
and it's the wrong day. You're like, I went from Thursday to like Wednesday, and you're like, wait, what is happening?
Because 11 days is not 14 days. So
and how does this affect my paycheck?
You can say that because it did happen once in history.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Can you imagine like how badly they tried to fuck over people? Well, technically,
you didn't work those days.
They're like, no.
Where's it going to deduct PTO for?
Like 11 days of PTO? Well, listen, man. Want to get paid for those days or not?
Non-paid PTO.
I mean, they were all indentured servants, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, because we have one instance in history where it did go from like a Tuesday to a Saturday or something. It was a 3-day shift, maybe Tuesday to a Friday, because it went from like a Tuesday to a Friday. Who knows? It could happen again. Absolutely. I'll give it the possibility. Hey, Revum, how are you? Anyway, that's what we talk about. But no, we are here to talk about the news surrounding the Secret World and get to Secret World news first. Because why not? Why not get to Secret News World?
Today could go screw.
What are words? I don't have words today. That's
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. I have given you all the tools.
Secret News World. Welcome to Secret News World. I'm your host, Secret Newsy. That's just a bad joke. We have the oh my god.
All right, folks, it's been a great episode. We'll see you later.
See you next 2 weeks.
Yeah, we're doing it again. Yeah, we'll see you in a month. That's all right.
We'll see you in hell. Bye.
If I can even get this phrase out in Secret World news. Thank you, much appreciated.
I was waiting for the next bit.
Try the fish. First big piece we have is Star Anvil Studios announces the Secret World tabletop RPG Kickstarter to be coming in October. So who didn't see this coming?
Who didn't see it coming?
Who didn't see it coming? October. Yeah.
No, I saw that coming.
I've been put in our notes. I said, makes sense. I called this because in the last show notes that we have, I put in the last show notes, it was that Star Anvil Studios says work on the Secret World tabletop RPG is in full swing and moving closer to the official launch date announcement. And I just put, my guess is the beginning of October to end the 1-month Kickstarter around Halloween. But that was just a guess at the time. And that's what they did. Or that's what they are doing, I should say. We still don't know exactly the first day. They didn't announce what day the first day is going to be on, but it's like a month-long Kickstarter. So I could see it basically ending around Halloween. And then basically using the entire month of October. I could see that. Or maybe like October 7th to go to like a week after Halloween. I don't know. I just think like, yes, October for a Secret World Kickstarter makes sense.
Sure.
It said we're shepherding a project to Kickstarter in October that means a lot to us. The Secret World RPG based on the MMO created by Funcom. Are you ready to walk alongside the Dragon, the Illuminati, and the Templars? This October, you'll find out.
No, I'll walk along like one of them.
Not all three simultaneously?
Yeah.
Their initial tweet was deleted because they called the Dragon the Dragons.
Is that what happened?
Yeah. That's why everyone who like jumped on it and retweeted it suddenly had broken links. Oh,
okay.
Is he initially put the dragons, and then someone called them out, and they were like, "I don't think." I think they actually said. I think they actually said something like because you misspelled the faction, you added an S at the end. That we don't think you're going to take the dragons seriously in the tabletop, or something like that. And it's like,
oh wow.
You know that somebody's living in the basement going, well,
Like,
actually pushing up the glasses.
Now, if they'd said the dragon, the Illuminati, and the Volkswagen dealership, you'd be like,
yeah.
I don't think they're taking the Templars seriously.
I understand in a certain light. I understand the concern.
But who doesn't make a typo on a tweet? It happens.
Right.
I mean,
right.
I see it. Yeah, I can understand it in the way of like
the easiest typos to do, but also you, as someone seeing it maybe the first time, you have no way of knowing if they always do this.
Right.
And then you're like, okay, well, if they're always calling it that, people are concerned because it's happened every time they say dragon. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. If every time they say dragon, they're saying dragons, like every single time, that's mildly concerning from a like a fan base point of view, because it's not just a typo at that point. Or if it is, it's the same typo you're not fixing every time, which is a similar problem that you're not caring enough to fix it.
Was it end up being a pattern? Refem says it was a pattern, and and Bomber says, as it's happened every time they say dragon.
Yeah, so that's I can understand someone being mildly concerned about that. Now, based on their other stuff, I would weigh that and say, well, they're just making a mistake, but they should fix it. They shouldn't publish a book with dragons with an S.
Right. But I figure they would have, because what is it? Even they noted that basically at the end of when they have mostly everything together, that Scrivedomancer will be taking a look at it.
Yeah, you would assume he would get it, but but writers are one of the people that oftentimes need the most spell checking. So let's not throw him under the bus.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair too.
That's what you have editors for.
And even then, they miss some.
Yeah. So because you have to know the context.
Mm-hmm.
You have to actually know the material, because dragons inherently doesn't sound wrong. Right?
No, because you think, okay, the dragon. When you look at like dragon, Illuminati, and Templar, you think like a group of people. Okay. I can see also you don't say Illuminatis, but you do say Templars.
Can say Templars.
Yeah.
You can, but I think can't you also say Templar?
Yeah, or that's if you say the Knight Templar or the Knight Templars. But you're not putting in the
Knights. It's the Knights Templar. So there still is an S in there somewhere. It's like cul-de-sac. A multiple of cul-de-sac is cul-de-sac.
Yeah, Volmer's right.
Like the S is in a different location than just at the end.
Illuminati is the plural already.
Right.
But you just add an S to make it look right. Yeah, sure. Illuminatis.
No, I'm just trying to figure out here if they always use the S on Templar. Like, if they always say Templars in the game, or does it say?
No, that's the thing. I don't know what they say.
They sometimes say.
In game, it could be different.
Oh, look, I am on a Templar character.
Yeah, does it say Templar or Templars? Wait, I could probably inspect you and see what it says if you are.
With a Z.
I'm used to ESO, so that's why I hit C.
No, it just has the logo. doesn't even tell me there.
Just to make it
just to fuck with you. It says Templars. So if you look at the lore, it's Dragon, Illuminati, Phoenicians, Templars with an S.
Okay.
And if you read the stuff, do they say? Yeah, they seem to use the S pretty heavily.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but it's only when included with another word that has an S already do they go with the more singular form.
Mm-hmm.
Probably.
Yeah, I'm not enough of a someone who knows about language.
But you could say like they got Templars correct, because they say Dragon, Illuminati, and Templars. But it's not dragons. It's never been dragons. it's the dragon because
The
everything everything makes up the dragon.
Right. It's the one
dragon.
singular entity that is the many parts. Sort of like we don't
Here's
sort of like
an
we don't
older
call it
tweet.
Orochis.
Well, not just that, but there's some text in there somewhere about the or maybe even the cinematic where they're like the Orochi has an 8-headed dragon, whereas the dragon has a single head.
Yeah, I can see people back even in July. They had dragons, and here you got Hikari. It's a dragon, not the dragons.
I do take reference point. The call out said they were surprised they made it to asking for money and it wasn't fixed. And I kind of agree. Like, if it's a typo, that's fine. But if it's making it all the way to like your fucking brochures and shit, basically, you know what I mean?
Mm.
Like, I found, this data center company was trying to sell us on some software, and they had like a PDF brochure, and they sent it to me, and there was like a massive like mess up in it.
Okay.
Like, and it was within context. You're like, well, that doesn't make any fucking sense. Who read this? How did this get to this stage? You have like, probably $1 million software that you're trying to get people to use and sign up for, and you have a brochure.
I have a good story.
But it gets there.
Going back to why not? Let's touch back to it. When I was working at Subaru, I was working in their e-contact teams, which is basically like, anyone who sent an email into the
Waffle got me.
Singular of Orochi is corpse.
That was good.
Very nice.
Sorry, go ahead.
So while I was working at Subaru, I was working for their e-contact team, and so basically any emails that came in and whatnot, and I was just basically one of the lackeys. And at one point they were like, we're gonna send out this mailer to everyone that's on our on our lists, and it's basically a Subaru advertisement. Okay. But the Subaru advertisement said it was like Outbacks and Imprezas and some other model of their car. Oh my, we're not in Kansas anymore. You get the reference.
Yeah. So Wizard of Oz.
Big old asterisk. And the asterisk said, this is not to imply that we are not selling our cars in the state of Kansas anymore. We are. This is a reference to the 1939 movie The Wizard of Oz starring Judy Garland.
Okay.
The point being, if you need to have an asterisk that basically says, yes, amazing asterisk use. Yes.
You need to have an asterisk that has a fucking paragraph.
If you have to have an asterisk that has a paragraph, but not to mention the basic point that you just put straight up on your advertisement, we're not in Kansas.
Yeah.
We're not in Kansas anymore.
Maybe you should just rethought the whole thing.
Maybe, yeah. maybe this needed a little more work to it. Then maybe this should have been workshopped before it was sent to 5 million customers.
No, because exactly somebody will complain. Oh, you don't sell your cars in my state anymore? What's the deal?
I can bring in a SeekerWorld comparison.
Okay.
To that. Like it's like when they changed Domino in TSW.
Okay.
If your description of ability needs like 4 fucking paragraphs after you reworked it, maybe, just maybe, you shouldn't do whatever the fuck it is you're doing.
Maybe it's too complex. Maybe it's a little too complex.
Maybe you need to take a step back and go, huh.
It wasn't even the fact that it was like they needed to have the asterisk in the first place, which is like, yeah, maybe you shouldn't have had that, but that the asterisk went into not only
like the year of the film and
the year of the film, who starred
just in case you might got confused.
To reference point about explaining the joke to make fun of lawyer text on their ads. If they really wanted to take that angle, they would have had like a short synopsis of the movie in the asterisk. where she follows a yellow brick road and befriends a scarecrow. Like just like it's like fucking like this thing.
Where the character
because at that point, if you're making it that big in the first place, why not just keep going? Why not just
they should have just went. They should have had like a whole mini summary.
Well, it's like
people would have been like, "What the fuck is this ad?"
Yeah, it's like within
the page an asterisk.
Within a certain amount of time within the movie, the character Dorothy, played by Judy Garland, uttered the line, "We're not in Kansas anymore, Toto."
In the first act,
it could be a fairly simple synopsis, but then at the end it would need to be like, and if you watch it sync to this this album, because what album does it sync to?
Is it
Dark Side of the
Moon? Dark Side of the Moon,
yeah.
And just like as like a double asterisk at the bottom.
That's right. This movie sings well with, so not affiliated with Led Zeppelin.
I can see the how long the ad would be.
It's like a centerfold fold out.
It just keeps going. I immediately, when I saw that, I was like, okay, two things. One, I'm sending this to my brother-in-law who is in advertising because he'll get a kick out of this. Two, I'm going to text them, or I'm just going to write to them back and be like, hey, I'm just the schlub in the e-contact team, but are you sure? Are you sure about this?
Yes.
It also reminds me of when my company that I'm still working at years ago decided that they were going to do something without me involved in the process specifically. And every time I offered to like help or take a look, they'd be like, wave me away, like, we got this, go work on your project. I'm like, all right, cool, it's fine, all right, whatever. All right. And then it got published in the paper. And I looked at it and just busted up laughing. And I was like, what the hell? How? Why did you pay for this? And how did this? I don't even remember the wording. The wording was awful. But what really struck me is who prints a goddamn full URL in a fucking classified ad? I mean, like
http://
http://www.the.com/ landing page /jobs3.html. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me right now? Which one of you fucking idiots thought this was a good idea and then approved it and then paid for all that text? Because you pay per fucking letter.
Yeah. Yes.
Are you fucking stupid?
You're like, my dudes.
All you gotta do is click on it.
Like, have you not heard of a subdomain that you can just assign to wherever the fuck you want to go?
And you can have it basically forwarded to any other site you want it to go to? Yeah.
2 minutes, I would have given you jobs.domain.com and you would have been done. It could have went anywhere you wanted. But now oh my God. Yeah, didn't even make a subdomain short link, Revham. Exactly. And I could have done that at the time. I knew that. And also, again, you pay per letter. Mm-hmm. That means not only did it all, there was 3 people working on this. One who used to work in marketing.
Let's make this cost 5 times as much as we needed to.
One who used to work with marketing was Sony. I mean, granted, back like in the 80s, but still.
Right.
Like they were much older. But I mean, Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah.
But I was waved off multiple times and told to mind my own business. We got this, and then that was printed, and I fucking died.
You're like obviously.
And I don't know how he saw that and paid for it and didn't understand it, but once he saw it in print, my boss was like, "Fuck." Somehow nothing entered until he saw it in print. It was like, "Oh, that looks really, really bad." I'm like, "Yeah, that is shit."
That's no, sir. Terrible. It looks really great. You should do more of this.
So, to bring it back to the thing, the S is not as bad.
No,
but the pattern is very problematic.
The pattern. Well, I wouldn't say even problematic. I would say the pattern is concerning. But
well, at least they fixed it in
because I still look at it as okay. So it just says dragons. Okay.
Yeah, but
I don't think he's going to misrepresent the dragon, and
Well, see, that's the thing, though. You it's such a core. Look, if you misspelled it once, like no, like everyone's gonna like no big deal.
Right.
But if you keep doing it, it's
Everyone
like
is going to put this under
you don't
a microscope.
understand what you're talking about. Is what the
and that's why
says.
I said it's concerning, because it does make it can give that appearance, but
like if it didn't say Illuminati and said like, you know, Light Bright, you'd be like, what the fuck?
Yes, right, yeah.
You know,
pull up another
I'm like, there are some words that I type that I always type wrong, always.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, misspelling is also like a thing, but Dragon and Dragons isn't misspelling. It's not an incorrect. It's you're using the wrong one. This is an entity that is called the dragon, versus Game of Thrones has dragons. Right?
Right. Or another group that I'm part of that's called the Dragons, yeah.
Well, that's just more confusing. You just made that more confusing.
You just made the argument
and
for
also
them.
maybe why I'm kind of more fine with it. But, you know,
well, that should be why you're less fine
with
it. Because you'll be really mad when the book comes out and it's not about your group. It's about this other group.
I'm like, fuck them.
I thought I was going to be in this book. What the hell?
Do I have any dragon swag around me? I do.
I mean, I have dragon swag.
This is just a coaster, but I have, it's the UDIC, which stands for the Ultima Dragons Internet Chapter.
Yeah, see, look, I have dragon.
Right. Oh yeah, you got very nice. You got the.
I've got the initiate of the dragon. Note the missing S. It's green, so it's like.
I was gonna say, it's see-through. That's even more impressive,
right? Yeah, look at that amazing see-through tech.
Is that on acrylic?
No, it's metal. It's a metal dog tag. It's just green.
Metal. It's green. It's the
yeah, I know.
Whee!
You can see through it, except when you put it behind your head. Interesting. That's
wait. What if I put it behind my head? Yeah, you can't see it at all. Like, that's what you say.
What is this magic?
What is this? Photoshop. Those wonders these days.
Yeah.
No, I get it. I get it. But that's also why he decided to take it as it was, delete it.
No, he did.
And
look. Again, props to him for fixing that one. That was important. And then you're right. He broke links doing that. People had already agreed. So like that. Mm-hmm. That was. I'm glad to see that they took that action.
Mm-hmm.
It's, you know, for people that don't know, right? Like, you know, Secret World, and you're like, what the hell? Who are these people, and why are they butchering stuff?
Hey, Hikari.
Yeah, we showed the first tweet from back in July with the dragons.
Yeah.
I just keep thinking of there was once a game called Defiance, and every time I went to type it in, I kept typing Definance, and like I couldn't stop myself.
That's a different game altogether.
Yeah. I'm like, this game Definance. That's like one word that I'm like, I always do it wrong, and it's not like I mean, you know, I was a passing player of Defiance, and I like the TV show, but it was just one of those, like, I always get that wrong.
I think I worked in a programming language once that had LAOD like masked as load as LOAD, because it's like super common. Like you're trying to like go fast.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You're trying to like load a program, and you're like, and you flip those two middle ones. So instead, like someone that was originally programming that language must have fucking all the time, so they just masked it. So like either work.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you just typed LAOD and like the name of a program, it would load it.
It's like fine, yeah. That's.
It's like that's good. That's good. Yeah. It's close enough.
Close enough. And maybe so that's why I'm like, I don't like, you know, I could see people's concerns. I don't consider that a concern because.
Well, I think I think one of the reasons for the concern is because they're an unknown entity, right? So everything is going to be under scrutiny.
Yeah.
You know, if it was. You know, if like Wizards of the Coast was like, we're gonna print Secret World, like everyone would be like, oh, like they'll handle it, you know?
Yeah.
Be like, okay, that's a someone I trust to either get it right or pay someone else to get it right.
Right.
So it's when you're seeing something you don't recognize that, you know, you're like, I don't.
And I also get
personally-
the whole, the whole representation too, is that, I believe the person who, what's his name? Brandon. I think their name is Brandon. Or that's what they refer to themselves on the Discord. That I believe they're a Templar. So.
Oh, well, I see the problem already.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Already.
What are you talking
primarily Templar. So
I think you know what I'm talking about.
right. There's going to be a severe bias towards Templars. Yeah, exactly. And so it could also be like a representation issue of people being like, hey, wait a minute. Like, like Jimmy, like almost, you're basically a dragon, essentially. Or you've played other characters, of course, but
I'm agnostic.
But like your main is dragon, essentially. In the way that my main is like Illuminati. Like Illuminati is my favorite. But...
like Kari, there's just a severe bias for Templars. They actually tweeted, "What is the best faction and why is it Templar?"
And why is it Templar? Right? Yeah,
hey,
it's a severe.
You can't dispute facts. I mean, seriously.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
it's fact.
Yeah, they're the best at dying first. That is obvious.
No, that's Orochi.
That's indicated by the red shirts.
No, that means how hardcore we are.
No, that's
that you tempt fate by wearing the red shirt.
You die first, Orochi die most. Those are different categories.
No, look at oh god, his name is
Nope, too late.
But see, that's also why I think their show here makes a lot of sense, because it's not only three people with three different views of MMOs and Secret World in general, but it's also three different faction representations going on simultaneously.
I legitimately love all of them and play all of them, but I do think it's funny, that someone that's doing a thing for the Secret World as a whole does their marketing doing your marketing like very one side based. I think could be problematic. Now their last one was an Illuminati one, like today? It was today, right?
Yes, and they just put basically the Illuminati symbol and was like, what's your favorite part of the Illuminati?
Yeah, so it seems like they're starting to cycle through, but it feels like maybe that should have started happening sooner.
Well, they got a month, so I mean, they kind of want to put like.
Well, no,
they have a month until the Kickstarter even launches.
It's been going for a while though.
Possibly
like they've had
right, but they want to ramp up hype.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean they could have been more faction inclusive before.
Yeah, but there's no other factions besides Templar. I mean,
Jesus Christ.
Maybe the Phoenicians.
Here's
maybe the Phoenicians. Maybe the Hive. Hive is in there too.
Their other games are Templars in Space and Templar Cyber Magic, so they might have a.
They might have a Templar thing.
Legit bias there.
Yeah.
And I do agree with that. They're the best at fighting the dragon, stealing from both of them. Like, that is the thing. That is why I've always liked playing Dragon, specifically in Secret World, mostly because outside of Secret World, you can find all kinds of information on some variation of Templars and Illuminati, right?
And you can find nothing.
The Dragon exists as a Secret World thing for the most part. If there is anything outside of the Secret World that they pulled from, it's not very well known at all, right? Like, if anything, it's certainly not something that is as common in the what would you call it, like the pulp culture, like psyche, right? Like Templar and Illuminati are fucking always there as
they're always there, and they're always source. Back and forth. Yeah.
So the Dragon to me was one of those interesting things of Secret World because it's the secret faction I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because it's a secret organization. It's like, you hear like the Masons, the Templars, Illuminati.
And even when you play it, the way that it's set up is like the Dragon doesn't know about the Dragon. They're very compartmentalized. They're very They're very
it's esoteric.
Yeah. So
thanks, Ryan.
You still find out more about them from inside them than from the other factions. So it's just why when some people ask, like what would you recommend? I'd be like, you can play whatever you want, but from a story bend as a first playthrough, I feel like if you're never gonna do 3 playthroughs, do a Dragon playthrough, because you'll find out the most about the one you know the least about.
Okay.
Everything in the game knows about the Templar and knows about the Illuminati.
And basically the one you're coming into from more of a unbiased perspective yourself. necessarily.
Yeah, so you learn about them, and in the game you learn like there's knowledge about both of them because none of that's really hidden. Now that's not to say you don't learn other information in the other faction playthroughs. You do, but like every time the dragon comes up in either of the other playthroughs, it's like, man, we don't really fucking know. Whereas there's I don't think anything ever comes up in the dragon playthrough where you're like, well, we don't know what the Templars are doing here. We don't know. Everyone fucking knows what those guys are doing.
Yeah,
because they fucking blast it out.
Yeah, Templars are not, as far as I know, that
Neither one
believe,
of the other ones are that subtle of a secret organization.
Yeah, what I believe of the three of them is that the Templars are about as subtle as a hammer to the face, essentially.
And the Illuminati aren't a ton better on the subtlety aspect. They just hit you with a different object.
Right.
Well, the Illuminati does a lot of misinformation.
They're like, we are going to hit you now. This is what's going to happen.
Yeah, it's misinformation and half truths that make it seem real, but not.
Right. Illuminati is all about.
Well, I mean, they'll use like political shit to their ends or whatever.
They use greed a lot.
Yeah. But it's like it's like both of them were trying to get Freeborn shut down, and the Dragon kept keeping his blog up just to fuck with them.
Yes.
They didn't even want his blog up, really. They just liked fucking with.
Right.
Am I gonna pass up a chance to fuck with two organizations at once? Hell no.
No. Yeah, and the Dragon are just like the foil. Yeah, the foil between it all.
Yeah. So in my opinion, no matter which one, like you might prefer their aesthetics of, or other, or like, I mean, I think all of the factions in Secret World have amazing like cinematics. There's amazing text. There's different things from different characters.
Fantastic writing. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's all worth seeing and playing. But it's like if you're like, I'm gonna die and I have time to play one, I'd be like, play through as the Dragon. You'll learn the most in one playthrough.
I like that. Illuminati banned being sober. Drugs are mandatory. Yes, they are.
Also, when you're a dragon, you don't get a bomb planted in your neck. So there's that.
Also true.
Yep.
But they both do not have Kirsten Geary, who I still think is one of the best characters this game has.
I would say,
and that is a major con for the other two. I
would say though,
they do not have Kirsten Geary.
No, I would say once you get DK though as a dragon, you're like basically on level footing.
Oh yeah. Kyoto is
like I think I know Leo Grimm has a massive hard-on for Bongcha, but I think if you like pay attention on repeat playthroughs, Bongcha's being set up to fucking be out from the jump. From the jump, there's like little hints that like something's not right there, and she's probably gonna go.
I've always hated KGs. Sorry.
Wow.
Sonic is not necessarily my cup of tea, but I appreciate his turn of phrase in some of the reports and cinematics and stuff. I appreciate him, not as much as I appreciate Geary, but nothing comes close to DK.
No.
Like DK is like if KG fucking went on a goddamn psychedelic bender or something.
Yeah.
Like,
makes you wonder who was the mind at Funcom that came up with Kyoto just as a character basis. Like, did they have him from the jump?
I think there's a lot of lore behind him because he's not normal.
By the way, speaking of Kirsten Geary.
Oh, is there a Kirsten Geary?
Yes, it is.
Are you a Kirsten Geary?
I am.
Oh my God, you're a Kirsten Geary.
No, I'm just gonna do all the dances. But as you were saying, right? They're basically, the more you go through it, the more it's like Bongcha was being replaced from the jump, right?
Well, and then DK, who eventually becomes Dragon Faction leader, is also like just super important in how the story even happens. Like you find out like he let the bomb into Tokyo intentionally to shake up the game board.
Knew it was gonna happen.
Nice. Yay!
#blessed. Now we'll see if anyone around us even notices.
But yeah, so not only does he change the course of events, but if you look at into Tokyo and the mission where you have to like mess with like the boss, it's pretty clear like he's been around for a long time, just keeps pretending to be like his own grandfather or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's not a normal person. And it's likely he's been through multiple ages as well. You can't say the same for KG and Sonic.
No, you cannot. Especially KG. Chow,
Not
chow.
to say they're not badass in their own right, but like I'm just saying. Like,
I think I remember what solidified me overall was and I got it around here somewhere, is the opening to Tokyo cinematic. Excuse me. The Illuminati opening to Tokyo cinematic, where it's the line when Kailani was making the quotes for us.
Uh-huh.
And we have our own coasters, our own SWL coasters, and put the quote on the back, and she's like, what quote do you want to put on there? And as in one of my favorite quotes of this game is, bury the ultimate secret of the universe in the shallow grave of the 5th page of a Google search, and no one would ever find it. And I was like,
See, whereas I like,
and
life. If you're real good, Daddy will come back from the dead to take you out for ice cream.
Yeah.
That's a DK one.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, you got yours. What was that for? I forget we won it for doing something.
Was it an anniversary one?
I think so.
I honestly don't remember. I have an Orochi one too.
SWL anniversary.
Yeah, I have an Orochi one too. I use the Orochi one primarily.
Oh, I just have my bunny head set on top of them. I don't use them for cups.
Oh. I use this one for cups, and it lasts. It's very nice.
I have these.
It's a very nice. Okay.
She 3D printed Usagi masks.
Nice.
I guess she got Funcom to send her like the 3D files.
Okay.
And she has a 3D printer. So I have like this one has like a little hook and like tree ornaments and stuff.
Nice.
Okay.
And I have different sizes. I have one that's like pretty fucking big. It's like that.
You could wear it as a necklace.
No, the big one I think I put on the tree because it's fucking.
Tetherhood just gave us cake. Also.
Nice.
Cake is a lie.
I have an Orochi
I need Orochi coaster.
And I have an Orochi.
Ask Kailani.
I have an Orochi like thermos thing.
Yeah.
It says 0 days since last incident.
Kailani made us a whole bunch of these, so she has all the capability to do so.
Whee.
You could possibly even pay her. I will steal some cake.
Swag.
But yes. So overall,
I'm excited for the tabletop. I hope that it like represents, or at least lets you represent any of the factions.
But that's also part of the fun of tabletop, is that really tabletop is what you make of it.
Right.
And
but
so,
I guess what I mean is I hope, because normally there's like a setting,
mm-hmm.
and maybe and depending on the system or the books, they'll sometimes have like some sort of built-in story, if that makes sense, or at least like landscape. You know
at least,
I mean?
yeah, touchstones, I would call them.
Yeah, so like I'm hoping those are more generic and not and like you get to make your character whatever faction you want and throw them into this, as opposed to like, welcome to the post-apocalyptic Templar compound. And you're like, but I don't want to play Templar. All right, well now you're playing a dragon in a Templar compound. And you're like, okay, this kind of sucks.
Yeah, you're now a dragon infiltrating the Illuminati, and actually you are a Templar.
Like, so I'm
a double agent.
I don't actually anticipate that. I'm just saying, like,
no,
that's the thing where I hope it's like a more.
Well, they base it off of, was it 5e or what rule set that they're going to be doing?
5, 5th edition.
Yeah,
5th.
But even that stuff, like I know, like you still generally have some kind of basis of your world building in there.
You do, yeah. You still have like certain races and classes, and all that is still basically set up. If the world itself is not necessarily set up, but it's maybe set up in like other ways, yeah.
Well, then also, I mean, I think for at least for, I mean, I'm thinking like D&D, but I think you could also get like, or maybe it's like supplements or whatever.
Mostly all supplements, yeah.
But you get like, you know, oh, so and so's castle.
Yeah.
Right, and it's like it sort of has extra. It'll have like extra monsters or whatever, that sort of shit, right?
Yeah.
So it, like you still do the adventure, like however you do it, but
but yeah, I think the term is module is what they use.
Module, yes, thank you.
Yeah, and so it's like, but as I was talking with Waffle before we started, that I think, and I'm just saying this from a more of a noob perspective when it comes to D&D. Like I know something about it. I've been in a couple campaigns. I'm not the most knowledgeable out there. I'll just put it that way, or experienced. But from what I understand, it's that D&D up to like, as far as the editions go, is that it ended up being very tactical. And 5th edition, what makes 5th edition so polarizing is that 5th edition is more, almost like a more video gamification of D&D. And so it's like more action oriented, more like combat, more flows. It's not as tactical as previous versions of D&D. And that's why you might get a whole bunch of people being like, "Oh, but no, it should be in this other edition because that's my favorite edition because that's the I don't like the gamification of it."
I'm all down for making things a little bit smoother and less like less like a turn-based hex floor game or something.
But I also think necessarily is that if it's something that is based off of a video game,
probably
that making it
sense.
D&D edition that is most like a video game is also kind of a good place.
And also opens up a more of a general audience that'd be able to be looking at it, be able to get into it faster.
Shantahex. You mean less number crunching and min-maxing? Yeah, basically.
Less number crunching.
I'm sure you can still min-max 5th edition. I'm absolutely sure you probably can.
The main thing I remember from when I was playing Dungeons and Dragons was that the dogs were about as bad as Dark Souls dogs. Like just regular dogs would kill the entire party. It's like Dark Souls. The biggest problem with Dark Souls is not the bosses. It's not the big scary things. It's just fucking dogs. I remember being like level 1 sorcerer and getting treed by dogs and like going to like negative health points or something.
You're like, what is going on here?
But I only have so many spells and they're very agile.
Ikari says 4th edition is the most video game-ish. Okay, 5th edition dials it back a bit, but it's still very simplified compared to the more bookish versions. Okay, like I know, what is it? Pathfinder is basically like 3.5 edition, 3.5.
Don't forget gravity. Yeah, gravity can be gravity shouldn't be a problem though. Gravity should not be a problem in Secret World because gravity is not a problem in Secret World. Gravity barely exists at all in Secret World.
Audio cutting out? Is that me? Is that Ember? Or Waffle?
Uh-oh.
God damn it.
Everyone?
Wow.
I know.
That's a
Pull in the old.
Lost audio. No, it's still going through.
It might be mine. I think my internet connection.
I hear you fine.
Out.
Yeah.
Refm lost audio too. What are you talking about? Hold on now.
Hold the phone.
I'm gonna bring up.
I will not.
Because we can still all hear each other.
Yeah, let's talk. Yeah, I understand. Dark Souls gravity is.
No, it's still going fine.
Testing 1 2. I mean, actually, I brought up the up the Twitch channel itself, and I'm not hearing anything.
Is it muted?
I think so.
No, I can hear it. I got the stream up too.
Oh, what are you guys talking about?
Now I got music playing. See if it.
I don't hear any music.
Oh, give it a second.
Refm said it was good after a reset.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to, because I don't think I got audio coming through mine. That's weird.
No, you're weird.
But I mean, true. I do not deny that.
Yeah, everything's fine.
Dude, I love when I do this. I don't know why, but unfurl wings, like box with the face. Look at my character now. Like half the face is look at this jagged mark through it.
Very nice.
Do I want to know why you look like the faction handlers?
Because we have been blessed by the devs.
Yeah, someone turned us into them.
Can you hear us? You can hear us?
I can hear you. Chat, can we hear you?
If everyone in chat would scream at their monitor to see if we can hear them, that'd be great.
It's right. For those playing at home, just yell. See what happens.
I can't hear you, chat.
It's cutting out so hard, but I assume you were making censorship jokes. Audio for some reason not available on 420 or 720. 420. Nice.
Noise.
I say I have us on 480 and I'm not getting audio. How would audio only be coming through certain resolutions? That feels
like a Twitch problem.
Yeah.
It does feel like a Twitch problem, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's gotta be Twitch. Holy crap, now we got... Did we just get a raid or something?
What?
Jumped up to like 13 people watching.
Everyone's trying to figure out why our audio's not.
Yeah.
Right. They're all resetting, and it's creating like a loop where some people are counted twice simultaneously.
Yeah.
Reference that I opened my window and screamed, "I'm mad as hell." And I'm not.
I'm mad as hell.
Nice.
I'm not gonna take it
Did
anymore.
someone yell back, "Shut up"? Because that'd be really funny.
Yeah, no. I'm not getting audio on, and I think I should.
It's my money, and I need it now.
When you need cash now.
JG Wentworth.
We're just gonna do it. We're just gonna roll with it. We're just gonna do it.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know, because I can hear you guys. So I should have my audio settings should be working. Let me try out someone else's stream.
I'll buy that for $1.
Just for giggles, I'm gonna try another random stream. I was like, oh, who's streaming right now that I apparently I'm the other one.
Oh, here's another jingle for you. 1877 Cars for Kids.
Cars for Kids.
Yeah. Oh, that's a Northeast thing. I'm surprised you never heard of that.
Yeah. 1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for
See?
Yeah, no.
All I can think about now is the IT crowd fucking 911 replacement.
Oh yeah.
But I can't remember the numbers now. It's super long.
Okay, I just pulled up someone else's stream and I did hear audio.
It used to be on my like crash screen. I used to have I've fallen, I can't get up, please call, and I had like the whole IT crowd number.
011899981197253.
There you go. Very nice, sir.
Wow. I'm impressed. Yeah, I think it's Twitch, because now I suddenly got audio. I had audio for like 15 seconds and now it's not there anymore.
Let's see, Twitch support.
Hikari has audio on mobile but not on the browser.
It must be Twitch. Yeah, I'm thinking it's a Twitch thing.
Yeah, there's nothing on the Twitch support Twitter feed, so I haven't seen anything yet. Good old Twitch.
We're saying something funny. I should type
something funny.
Why does the Norwegian Navy have barcodes on the side of their ships?
Why?
So when they come into port, they can Scandinavian. Sorry, that's one of my favorites. No?
No.
All right. After a successful harvest, why did a farmer decide to try a career in music? Because he had a ton of sick beats.
That doesn't make sense. Beats can't get sick. They're not like a
okay,
animal.
Drax.
A lot of bad beats. Why he didn't go into music?
Yeah, you can have bad beats, but you can have sick beats. Doesn't make sense.
Plants can get diseases. Oh, farmer can hear us.
But that doesn't make them sick. Even if they get a disease, they're not sick. They're just diseased. It's not the same thing.
All right, why doesn't Marvel use the Hulk to advertise more?
Why?
He's basically one big banner.
What if you turn us into the lowest quality possible?
Oh, we can do that. Just keep talking.
Just keep talking.
We're already starting there. Why not continue?
Which days are the strongest? Saturday and Sunday. The rest are weekdays.
Oh, shit. Reference all, please.
That one's actually pretty good. I appreciate that one. Okay, I just did a small test, and I turned the setting quality down to 160p. We are all blurry. We're all blurry.
Oh, potato quality.
But I believe the audio is actually coming through.
Yeah, because the bit rate is fine. Sign a confession.
Can't
Just
take it
stop.
anymore. I'll sign the confession. Just stop.
Everyone in the chat who wants to hear more, press 1 or type 1.
I mean, we could talk about the news, but I don't know if anyone's going to hear it at this point.
Misspelled here.
Everyone's going to talk news besides the Kickstarter. I will say this: we have
a guy walked into a bar. Ow!
Classic.
Where's my damn crickets?
In Medias Res did put out a YouTube of the host. He put out they put out a where they are reciting through or in a very artistic manner the in-game lore. They did the host. They put that up on their YouTube channel. You should go check it out.
The host for the most.
The hostess of the mostest.
Yeah.
That reminds me when the hotel I stayed at tried to charge me $10 extra for air conditioning. That wasn't cool.
Oh, that was good.
Were we even on rails in the first place? Is really
rails? What's that?
That was funny.
Good times. But no, Refem, we do enjoy all your videos that you're putting out. They're fantastic. I love them.
Why are library buildings so tall?
Why?
Because they have a lot of stories. I just got that one from my 6-year-old yesterday.
Okay.
He's very excited about it.
You're like, nice, dude.
Yeah, nice. Good job.
I can't think of any more off the top of my head right now, so you two just go off. Actually, wait.
No, I did try. I used to run a dating service for chickens, but I was struggling to make hens meet.
Yeah.
So I worked. This isn't a joke. I worked for a comic store for a bit, and before I worked there, like I was a patron for quite a while, and the owner had this book like called Cracky's Joke Book. It's like got like a parrot on the cover. It's from like the 60s or some shit. It's awful. It's all awful, really bad, stupid, like dad jokey, like the shit Waffle's been saying. Like it's just
basically
like fucking like you hear it and you just want to like poke out your eyeballs or something. Like they're all so bad. And so bad, in fact, that at least one occasion I tackled him through the door of the store outside onto the sidewalk to wrench the magazine away from him and go lock it in the trunk of my car.
Like, no.
And that was before I worked there. I eventually got a job there after that. And pulled one of the best pranks I have ever pulled.
Jimmy, where did you go? Or did your character log out?
No, I'm here. Oh, I was in a raid for a little bit.
Oh, okay. All right. Oh, you're back.
So for his birthday, I got up early and went into work and grabbed his joke books and went to Staples and made color copies of the covers, and then bought a couple of really cheap old comics and took them out in the desert and burned them, and then burned the color copies of the covers like to match, and then I gave him a case full of like what looked like it looked like I burnt up his joke books. That was the whole point. The whole point for his birthday was here. I burnt your precious joke books to shit. But I didn't really. It was just an elaborate prank. And I tickled myself with that one. That's one of the best ones I've ever done.
Now, what's blue and not very heavy? Light blue.
That would be in the Cracky's joke book, yes. That exact bullshit.
I like it. Okay.
Was there a real gift too? I think so. I think I did give him something else, but that was his expression when he opened. It was like a sandwich container or something from like the sandwich shop. It was like a styrofoam container just full of burnt magazine and just enough charred color copy of the covers so you could see what had been burnt up. And the look on his face when he opened that, the sheer devastation.
No.
Like it wasn't even like you could just he just dropped. Like every just And it was too much. Like I almost immediately came clean. Like I almost immediately came clean because I was like, oh my god, like I've wrecked him. He wasn't even mad. Like he didn't try and like punch me or something. Like he was just utterly devastated. And he's like, what? How? What? And then I gave him the actual ones that, you know, like because I had so like within like a minute or something, like I gave him the real ones back, and that just fucking fucked his head even more. Like he's literally looking at the burnt up ashes and he's holding me, and he was like, what? He couldn't reconcile the two things. I utterly destroyed his mental. It was amazing. Luckily, he's the type of personality to appreciate that and not say fire me for it or exact some other kind of revenge. But it was pretty great.
I'll get back to you.
It was pretty great.
I'll get back to you somehow.
I don't think he ever did. He actually called me out of the blue like last week or something. I hadn't talked to him in like 5 years. But yeah, I think I did give him an actual gift. I don't remember what the actual gift was though. The gag was way more important to me.
Be like, that was enough. That was all I needed.
That's for me. I did give him something. Yeah. I did give him something.
That was a gift for you. That was a gift for you.
I think I might have gave him like a phone or something. Because he didn't like never had a fucking. I was like, I need to call you sometimes to get a hold of you. So here, like you know, like a burner.
Like a burner phone,
like a $30 phone from like Target or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like I got him a phone. It haunts him. I mean, he still has the books, so even if it does haunt him, he can comfort himself with the books.
Right? They still exist.
Yeah. He's probably fine.
So we might as well go over some of the other. Oh.
We might as well go over
some of the other news coming out from Funcom.
What?
Some other stuff. Some pretty big things. One was Conan Exiles 3.0 update launched today.
Sorcery.
Conan Exiles Age of Sorcery update launches today, with the game being free to play between September 1st through the 8th on Steam. So it's free to play for the next week. And September 8th through 11th on Xbox. Or like a Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
You're a wizard.
You're a wizard. This update brings a battle pass system and many improvements to the building UI, as well as adding sorcery. The only issue so far is with invisible assets, which they are planning to fix. They said, Exiles, we are aware of an issue regarding some invisible assets on consoles. This impacts certain armors, so swapping to different armor will help as a workaround for now. The plan is to have this fixed in the next patch. Thank you for your patience. So it goes. But as far as launches go, that's probably pretty smooth. Just have, a couple things invisible. It happens.
Well, you're not missing much if it's invisible.
I wonder if it's like,
that's bad.
That
was
like
bad
their
even
torso
for me.
just disappears.
Lightning bolt, lightning bolt, lightning bolt. I expect everyone to be shouting that.
Someone accidentally loaded a spicy mod into the console build. Right, yeah. That's a little spicy. Just a little.
I mean, it's Exiles though. Like what would make Exiles like spicier than what it already is?
I think my favorite was, I think I saw Andy post on Twitter today that apparently a thing going around is just to post one word. Like, I don't know. Like it's a thing on Twitter right now. It's a meme. Like, oh, just post one word. And so Andy wanted to post on the official Conan Exiles. He wanted to just post a just one emoji. Yeah. That would have been a little spicy. He was like, not today though. He's like, today would not have been the day to do it.
Too soon.
Too soon. LOL. No, it's like most of the player body when they wear new armor. They vibe like Rayman, just torso and hands and legs and stuff. Oh, I mean that's kind of what I was expecting, right? Yeah, because most of the armor is like full body stuff.
It's only desyncing when you aren't telling dad jokes. Do this again.
Oh, I got some more jokes.
It's desyncing again, then. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. It would be funnier on Exiles if it's like only the genital area was visible.
So I am blaming Twitch in this aspect. I don't know why audio would not be going through, but video would be. That's really weird, considering that audio is usually like.
Yeah, because I got green. I'm green across the board. Like,
yeah,
it's fine.
It's about the tracks, not you know what I mean? Like I don't think it's about the bandwidth.
Well, everything. Like if you
I mean,
hear
on the Twitch side.
Oh yeah,
on the Twitch side, yeah.
On the Twitch side, because your audio and video send separately.
Mm-hmm.
Also, it depends on your browser too, maybe.
Maybe, but
which is why it's working on
mobile,
but maybe not on.
I mean, that could also be resolution because mobile defaults to a different resolution.
Yeah.
Right.
But no, I mean, like remember they added the like VOD track or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can play music to a track that would only play live and doesn't get recorded VOD.
Oh, so right.
They definitely separate audio and video tracks.
Okay.
So
I see what you're getting. Yeah, it's not all one package. Yeah.
There could be a Twitch problem
that's on the streamer end now that does the separation now. You're just sending out the stream to Twitch's servers, and there's this broadcasting it out to whoever turns it in or turns it on.
Right. Well, what I'm saying is, so they're processing your tracks, right? They're processing them separately. They're processing video and audio separately, is what I'm getting at.
Well, I'm also using a closer server because when I have the option to use a different whatever server, I'm using Miami, which is closer to me.
Sent to AWS, right?
Yeah, and you're very right, Akart, because I have watched a couple streams where the audio and video are desynced. It's just Twitch using.
I find desyncing almost always happens when I'm watching a stream on low latency. Like it'll take it a couple minutes.
So what Hakari is saying, if the stream audio and camera feeds desync from the rest of the video, that's just because I think that's mostly because there's not a lot of audio coming from the game itself. So you might not even notice if the audio desyncs there too much. Like just dancing in Agartha, you're not really going to notice if the Agartha game audio desyncs from the game video.
Right, because it's more of an ambient sort of thing.
Yeah, you're not really going to notice that.
Which everyone can do is
rainbows.
Yes, rainbows.
Actually, click on the little cogwheel and send a problem with the video report.
Report this channel.
Report playback issue. Yeah, report this channel for
dad jokes.
Okay.
Report this channel for dad jokes.
30-day ban.
Audio and video are insane.
Get us banned so we can get some clout on Twitter. Oh my God, Twitch banned us.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Banned.
But you can find us over on our OF page.
Here.
We just need to being banned is like the best thing you can do to raise your profile. Come on.
Oh
now.
yeah,
yeah.
That's what the big streamers do it.
Yeah, you just
they'll
get
move
banned,
over to YouTube. They'll pay us $1 million. It'll work out. Yeah.
Well, no, you just get banned and you get a vacation. When you come back, everyone shows up to see like why you got banned, right? So you don't have to go anywhere.
It's the weekend, so we get banned tomorrow. Come back next
Monday,
week.
Like,
Monday,
God.
no problem.
And then it's gravy. Gravy.
Can you believe what Twitch did? God, and then we don't even know what happened. They just banned us for no reason. Here's the email.
It was Waffle's dad jokes. That's what did it.
So the next piece of news we have is they announced Dune Awakening. The long-awaited.
I can do it better. Hold on, I can do better. Awake. What? Get the sand out of my face.
Long-awaited Dune Awakening. They announced August 23rd. Funcom finally unveiled Dune Awakening, the long-anticipated Dune game, the game that we still suspect that Tencent basically bought Funcom over.
No, I don't have to suspect. They stated as much.
I mean,
it's fact.
As much,
yeah,
that's stated from both Funcom releases and Tencent releases.
They were like, we're doing it because of the Dune.
We're property. Like, we need a massive like $50 million injection. Okay, cool. We'll just buy your stock and then you have that. Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead.
That's
make your game.
then we'll just buy you. Yeah. But they're calling it an open world survival MMO. Can we talk about that for a second?
Why? What's wrong with that? Or what do you mean?
They're calling it an open world survival MMO.
Break it down. Open world.
Remember,
survival.
This is now the same company that
MMO.
when Secret World turned into Secret World Legends, they were like, "Oh no, it's not an MMO anymore. It's going to be a shared world."
RPG. Yeah, but it's a different
RPG.
engine.
And so
I know what you're saying there, but
yeah.
I think that problem is more just related to the fact that like Secret World should never have been designed for it was designed for numbers it couldn't handle in the beginning.
Right.
That's the problem. It's not I don't think it's about the import thing. It's the fact that you can't call something massive when it can only have 10 players in an open world setting. Everyone's gonna be like, what the fuck? This isn't a massive MMO. It's shared. That's why they did one shared world.
Well, it's massive. You have more than 2 people in an instance. That's massive.
I was like, no, I do think Hikari has it though too. Is that at the time MMORPG was a dirty word from a marketing sense. It was almost like anyone who was like, "Oh, this is an MMO," suddenly it was like, "Oh no, that's."
I still see people, by the way, with Dune. I saw a YouTube video that I wasn't intentionally looking for. It just came up in my feed or whatever. That was like, I didn't even watch the video. Just the thumbnail was basically like, they were hyped for Dune. It's like 2 faces, like Dune, MMO, and then like.
Oh, one of those things.
Yeah, they were just like, I didn't have to watch the video. The thumbnail was enough. They were hyped for Dune Awakening, and then saw MMO. Were like, nope, I'm out. So I don't know that it's really making a comeback, honestly.
I mean, I do kind of think the term MMO is making a comeback, or in just the fact that more people or more games are using it again. It's not as anathema as it was, but to an extent, it's still really interesting because it's such a wide term.
Yeah, true.
It's a term that basically you can put almost anything you want onto it necessarily, and it's such a wide open term that it's like it's massively multiplayer, and a lot of people is like. Yeah, some games that call themselves massively multiplayer are not necessarily massive.
It could be
in scope.
It could be Exiles and that would still be, I think, considered to be pretty massive, or like a decently enough if like instanced, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like because Exiles can handle pretty fucking good chunk of people. It's way more than what Secret World can handle.
It can. It's true. And I mean, but it uses the same engine, right?
No.
Conan Exiles uses
okay. To be clear, Conan Exiles uses Unreal to render. It uses Dreamworld for like multiplayer shit in the back end. Those are 2 different things.
That is 2 different things, yeah.
The problem with Secret World is not that like you can't have the connections, because in TSW we had 100 players a zone. It's not the connections. It's rendering everything. The game fucking just goes to 0 FPS.
Mm-hmm.
So it was not. I don't think it was ever a Dreamworld can't handle multiple players connecting. If it looked like fucking I don't know what was one of the old ones, RuneScape or something. If it looked like that, I'm sure it could have had 100 players just fine. You know what I mean?
I'm sure. Yeah.
The problem was the rendering. So also, I don't know that Dune is using the Dreamworld.
I don't think it is. I think Dune is using
using something different.
I think it's using Unreal. I do believe they're going with Unreal.
Assuming
but it still might use some, because I mean that is basically Funcom's engine.
It is, yeah. I actually looked into that. Yeah, it is theirs. Mm. But Hikari said, assuming they expanded the scope from the Exiles, like basically New World. Yeah, I kind of see it as probably New World-ish as well, honestly.
I'm actually kind of leaning towards almost like Fallout 76.
Really?
Which you've played, Jimmy, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I see that.
Because I feel like it's going to have more building than...
Oh, I see what you mean in the building aspect.
Yeah.
It's going to have more building than New World, and I think Fallout 76 has a lot more of that building scope to it.
I don't know how much. I mean, I know.
Or they can go like the ESO route, where you can buy, or in SWTOR as well, you can buy your houses, and then expand on from there.
Yeah, from the stuff that's been released so far. Don't you put that evil on us, Ricky Bobby. From the stuff that's been released so far, at least.
Hikari, yes. When they said they had, in order to make Kingsmith look the way it does, they had to lower the number of people in the zone, right? And then they were like, oh, but because we have a lower number of people in the zone, it kind of adds to the feel of the game because you're not always constantly running into other people too. It's, you know.
I don't know that it looks that much different, honestly. It's just the performance is better.
Well, they increased the pumpkins.
Is way better, yeah.
Yeah, they increased the pumpkin.
The performance is better, not least of which is that they changed the fog system entirely. Like, I've been playing that, if you recall, I know it's been a little bit because I took a break and I had like traveled to the other side of the country and back, but I haven't started streaming it again, but I've been playing them side by side.
Yes, Jimmy has been playing Secret World Legends and the Secret World both side by side.
So the fog is
comparison.
Massively different.
Is it?
Yes. The fog system as a whole is like when Kingsmith is surrounded by fog, like it's massively different. That was one of the biggest changes. I think I remember even talking to Ravel about it at some point. Like that was one of the bigger things they did was just the fog was too it chewed up too much resources. Like you look out towards the ocean and the fog, and it's the same thing with like filth. The filth looks very different. Like, I mean, the black shit on the ground looks like black shit on the ground, but like when enemies explode,
it's more like visceral.
That filth is very different looking, and it might look better, and that's great, but that's actually not the important part. The important part is not only maybe does it look better, but it functions better, as in it doesn't have a memory leak, or it just uses less resources to render in the first place. So
or maybe they like took like 5 layers that it was and smushed it down to 3 layers, and one of those layers happened to be like
I remember
like a sieve or something.
I remember this was like one of them. It might have even been in the rebalance patch actually when we were testing like E17 raid or something, when Nervell realized what was going on with filth in the New York raid, because that's just been a problem since TSW. And even in Legends, it was supposed to have been fixed, and it was definitely better. But he figured out that as we were in there, like one of the problems was that like filth was, because they also changed the filth that spawns, like the visual of it changed, which is really important because they also changed the rendering of it, like what's used to render it. But the problem on the raid was like the filth would hit like the leg of say NPC, like the filth guys, or your leg or whatever, and the texture would like render onto the model at like fucking the highest possible resolution and like multiple times. So you get like 3 filth things splat down and someone walks into it and it touches the pant leg and it tries to render that shit multiple times at like highest texture quality possible, like onto that pant leg or some shit. So it's doing like fucking insane amounts of work that it like had no need to do. Yeah, the Mez filth pools were just having the time of its life on your flesh. Like as soon as that shit hit your model, it sent the resource shit through the roof.
Okay.
And he figured that out, like being like live with us in the raid and seeing what was happening, I guess under the hood or whatever. I was like, holy shit, this is what the problem is. Who the hell did this? And so the raid got a lot better performing after the rebalance because of shit like that. So while the visuals look different between the two, a lot of that, I mean, yes, some of it looks better, but also some of it is not just looks better, but is better performing. Like they went to a different system that uses up less cycles or whatever.
And of course, there's always the inventory issue.
Yeah, right. Like
which
honestly,
I think is like the biggest issue, which is why you couldn't have many people standing next to themselves and standing next to each other without turning it into a PowerPoint presentation.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, TSW's biggest issue was just that the designer and the systems lead didn't like each other and didn't talk about shit.
Yeah.
And then made no attempt to work together. So yeah, it's that's just a disaster waiting to happen.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as Dune goes, I got the impression that while you have a house,
well, if you don't mind, let me go ahead and read the text that's on the
that's
website.
what I was looking at. It looked like that you can deploy stuff, like say a harvester, right? But but that's like deploying a thing that does a thing. That's not the same as like Fallout 76 where you can fucking like build a goddamn. That's like Fortnite building, right? You can just build structures randomly everywhere.
No, it's actually a structure. It's like modules.
I was gonna say, if we're actually going back to the original Dune like RTS series, it might be like you drop a thing, boom, it's down.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's very similar in like 76 is like you can during the battle passes, or if you have pay for the Fallout First subscription, is you can have like one of them, as I actually bought it like a year or two ago, is like a tower of trailers, pretty much, or like 2 or 3 trailers stacked on top of each other, and you can just place that wherever. Then you can put stuff on top like decorations to make it even more.
Very StarCraft.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying based on reading this, I don't see anything that says that I get to build like a castle like in Exiles.
Right.
It does say build shelters against sandstorms, but I mean that could be as simple as like deploying a tent or something. That doesn't say like I can build a fucking 10-story mansion to protect me from a sandstorm. It says build shelters against sandstorm.
Let's go ahead and read this. It says a Dune open world survival MMO. Dune Awakening combines the grittiness and creativity of survival games with the social interactivity of large-scale, persistent multiplayer games to create a unique and ambitious open world survival MMO. Rise from survival to dominance in a vast and seamless Arrakis shared by thousands of players. That in and of itself is very like, it could very well be something that we just, we're like, okay, it could be like Fallout 76. It might obviously be a lot like Conan Exiles. But it might be something that's like, we really don't know. It could be like New World. It could be like, I'm trying, like Planetfall was one that came to mind. Right.
Because I'm thinking it was when like Arrakis shared by thousands of players. With New World, it's a player cap limit of it's under 1,000 per instance on the servers.
Okay.
And same thing for Fallout. There is a player limit, and you're just going from different server instances to another.
There's always server limits.
So I don't think there's going to be like you're on the planet with thousands of people all at the same time.
Well, the interesting point about that is it says vast and seamless.
Mm-hmm.
Seamless.
Sort of indicates that there are
that it is one
separations, but they attempt to be seamless. Like if it's vast and seamless, it's like, well, we hid the seams is what it's trying to say, right? In my opinion, that's what I read from that. Is like maybe there's like 10 instances or something, but you don't
sort of like a Mass Effect style, hey, we're gonna put you in a long hallway and it's actually a loading screen.
Yeah, or yeah, something like that. Something like you just go from one area to another.
Mm-hmm.
And it's, or like maybe seamless in between instances. Where like you don't have to like, like some games you have to like, I've joined this instance and now if I want to go to another instance, I have to like port my character.
Yeah. Why is this elevator trip taking so long? Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Guild Wars does this. If you're on a server that has a low number of players, it does give you a prompt that says, do you want to transfer to a server that has higher number of players? And it gives you the option.
Yeah, that's a mega server sort of thing. Yeah.
What's what I'm saying? Like maybe they're just doing that
multiple instances. Yeah.
As possible. That's that. I don't know. To me, when you say vast and seamless, you're implying that we're making it seem like it's all one thing when it's obviously can't be. You can't have like 2 million players playing on the same thing. Nothing
we don't
supports
have
that.
Yeah, we don't have the technology. Well, publicly.
Yeah, everything would just fucking die.
Or it's like Conan Exiles. I mean, Conan Exiles, there isn't like any. I think when they mean by seamless, I think they just mean like you can't see the stitches in between, the two areas. That they try to make it as seamless as possible, like sort of like Conan Exiles. There really isn't like you could just walk from one end of the map to the other.
Yeah, but you can't go to other like servers. I mean, I guess.
But you can't go to other servers, right?
You can join other servers, but it's not seamless. You have to go to the server thing and select one. And
right.
So I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how they do that.
So it continues. It says, survive the most dangerous planet in the universe, build shelters against sandstorms, maintain your still suit, and master the old ways to walk even the deepest deserts. Avoid to be devoured by the colossal sandworms that dwell beneath the sands.
Actually, it says avoid or be devoured.
Oh, what did I say?
You said to be, I think.
Oh, to avoid to be devoured?
Yeah. But I thought that was interesting because it implies that you have a choice. And I'm wondering if I choose to be devoured, does that mean I get to find out what's inside of a sandworm?
Quite possibly. Yeah.
Because it says or avoid or be devoured. I don't know if it's a threat.
That's the loading screen.
To be digested over thousands of years.
Maybe
that's the big loading screen. It's the interior of the sandworm.
Well, maybe there's a secret dungeon inside the sandworm.
And at the end, you get pooped out.
That would be very Conan Exiles. Yeah.
You become spice. You are spice.
You are spice.
You're the spice my life.
Silent green. Spice is made of people.
Didn't that day happen? I saw it was a tweet I saw.
Yeah, it was.
Green Day happened.
Oh, I heard that was photoshopped.
Was it?
Yeah.
I don't know. I remember seeing.
But I think I saw that too. But it's like you could only tweet this on this day, and it's like, like a movie poster for Soylent Green.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just put on a few mismatched bits of Beskar. You'll be fine. Yeah.
No. Yeah. And you got a words are
mixing nerdy stuff. I gotcha. It continues. Explore the ever-changing face of Arrakis. Walk the ruins of long-forgotten biological testing stations, scavenge the wreckage of fallen spaceships, and wander the dusty halls of abandoned sieges. Head into unmapped sectors and be the first to discover secrets and riches before the Coriolis storms once again shift the sands and alter the landscape.
Which means they're planning to have landscape alters. I wonder if that's how they make shit seamless. It's just like randomly you get shunted off to a different area because the sands shifted.
Maybe the sandstorms themselves are the loading screens.
They're pretty good. I mean, they are for the website.
It's true. Yeah.
No, I'm serious. Like if you scroll up and down this shit, it does it via like the storm. Like you scroll and then the storm happens and you like keep scrolling and then the text reveals. Just saying.
Yeah, it could happen. Mm-hmm. Control the spice, control Arrakis. Hunt for spice blows and deploy your harvester, then protect it from opportunistic raiders and rival factions. Soak the sand in blood as massive battles shift seamlessly from foot to vehicles and from ground to ornithopters in the sky. See, that's the part that makes me think of PlanetSide. Because PlanetSide was like, you could be a foot soldier, you can get into a car, you can get into a flying plane, you can get into this, you can get into that.
That makes me think of Battlefield like 1942.
Yes, very similar to that, yeah.
I'm gonna swim out to this aircraft carrier. I'm gonna steal a plane.
Or
fly to base. I'm gonna eject out and use the plane as a missile, parachute down, and start shooting people.
Or
No Man's Sky. Kind of GTA if you think about it, yeah.
A little bit, yeah. Okay, so I played Battlefield like it was Grand Theft Auto. Okay.
That's fair. That's very fair.
Actually, I once found out that you could steal the carrier ships. I don't know how. There's no instructions. I don't know how I found the control room, but I swam out and boarded an aircraft carrier, and then found the place you steer it from, and just stole it and started driving away from the island. You're supposed to that side, so it's the opposite side. Whatever. I don't remember which side was which army, but I just stole the whole carrier ship and started driving away into the. I'm sure they were very. And then
you're like, peace out.
I don't remember if it was the same time or a different time, but I always liked swimming out. But what I would do is I would 'Cause I think if you're the aircraft carrier, the U.S. side, if you're on the island, you're near the Japanese side.
Okay.
So I would swim out, I would climb up the side of the aircraft carrier, and I'd steal one of the planes, and I'd fly it up, and I'd turn around, and I'd fly it at the ship, and then eject out, hitting the ship with the plane as like a missile, and I'd land in the water, and I'd climb up the side of the ship again, and steal another plane, and fly away, and just I just kept doing that repeatedly, and it didn't normally work, but one time I managed to sink an aircraft carrier with its own planes. I stole that
Agent
many
of chaos.
Once, and that's all you needed. Yeah.
I stole that many planes and kamikaze them
you
in.
are the dragon, by the way.
Exactly.
Well, the thing is, the normal kamikazes stay in the plane. That's the problem. If you want to have an impact, you have to eject out and steal more planes to do it with. I'm just saying.
Like, they're just low skilled, man. They just gotta get better.
Yeah, it's like, why wouldn't you just eject out? The plane's still gonna hit where it's gonna hit.
Get wrecked, noob.
Make plans within plans. Make a name for yourself among the inhabitants of Arrakis. Wield intrigue and force to influence the Landsrad and impact the world. Build your own faction through spice harvesting, trade, subterfuge, and open conflict. Awaken the sleeper. This is where we get into Secret World territory. Tailor every aspect of your character, or maybe not. Consume spice to conquer your senses and acquire powerful abilities. Hone your craft to become sought out for the finest creations. Construct your fortress in the style of your choosing. The journey is yours to shape.
Yeah, that's a bit Secret World-y. That's kind of like, we don't have classes, just fucking build yourself.
Yeah. It'll be interesting. It'll be very interesting to see how they're gonna do it. And I'm like, beta signups are going on the website right now. If you go to dunegames.com, you can sign up to be a part of the beta. I did not, only because I'm pretty sure my PC will not be able to run it.
I signed up for it and eventually got an email confirming I had signed up for it once I dug it out of my spam folder.
Yep, same here.
Which I should probably do anyway. I should probably just, because by the time this game probably launches, I'm probably gonna have a new PC. I don't. My guess is it's still a ways off.
Dude, I do remember when I went to sign up for it, I couldn't. The site had fucking crashed. It wasn't working. Too many people were trying to sign up for the beta.
That's fair.
So, and also, I don't know if you saw this. I guess this is kind of like news as well, a little bit. Let me see if I can find it. They tweeted out their Gamescom thing for Dune Awakening was banging. Like as far as the notice,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like it's hold on, let me see if I can find it real quick. I know it's on my feed here.
I just signed up for it. I did. Do you agree that Funcom can send you emails about other Funcom games? Be like, yeah, pretty sure. Pretty sure on that one for me.
Let's see, where in the hell is it? Come on. It was one of the Funcom guys. Oh, here we go. Erling. So yeah, the ranking of most viewed Gamescom games during the period on trailers and official videos. Dune Awakening came in number 2 at 13.6 million. And then as far as top trailers, most viewed Gamescom trailers, overall, Dune Awakening came in number 1.
Yeah.
Over things like the PlayStation controller, which I don't, okay, fine, whatever, fuck you. But like Hogwarts Legacy, the Destiny 2 Lightfall, Lord of the Fallen reboot.
Basically all the big games, AAA titles that
to be
small developer.
To be fair, I think that was kind of a shoo-in compared to the rest of those anyway.
I mean, they did beat out Killer Clowns from Outer Space, the game, and I think that's a pretty big.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Actually, the fact
that's a tough one to beat.
That's a tough one to beat, actually. Yeah, that's.
They also beat out Genshin Impact and Goat Simulator 3, which I consider.
But Genshin Impact, like Destiny 2, they're games that are already out. They're just more content
just like
for them.
Stuff.
Yeah.
I still need to look at the Lies of P one. Apparently, that looks interesting.
The Pinocchio game.
Yeah, someone said it's like a Dark Souls Pinocchio game. I'm like, okay, well now you have my attention.
Oh, okay, all right.
I missed it. I didn't see it.
The original Pinocchio is not necessarily the Disneyfied version. It's the a lot darker.
Yeah,
based off
like
of the
like they all are. So
like they all are. Yeah. It's.
Oh man, that lady's face looks fucked up. It's like this old lady that's got like half her face is like mushroomed or something. like Resident Evil status or something.
Okay.
Well, like Resident Evil the Village status, I guess.
Yeah, Level Infinite has been doing such a good job marketing Tencent, smaller studios, so they're probably going to get a lot of traction out of Dune. Yeah. Level Infinite is basically the combined Tencent force essentially.
Yeah, because when you go to the Level Infinite's webpage, they have like all of their games that are under that umbrella.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have, let me pull it up here, and don't blow up my eardrums, please. If there's any sound,
there's a bunny mask in Liza P. Done. Getting that game.
Jimmy's next game.
I'm getting that game.
10,000.
I mean, it is like Pinocchio, Dark Souls, steampunk with bunny masks. I mean
it's a pretty good sell.
That's for me strong. That's pretty good.
Yeah, you got Warhammer V Rising, Tower of Fantasy, Dune, and Metal Hellsinger.
Hellsinger. Their fucking concert was amazing.
I was that was part of our next news. Is that right? Metal Hellsinger concert rocks Germany's Gamescom, and Metal Hellsinger wins Most Wanted PC Game Award.
Yeah. When that's kind of impressive, honestly.
That is impressive. Almost as impressive as part of the news that we got to that we didn't get to last week about Metal Hellsinger. Last show, in which gaming legend John Romero highly recommends Metal Hellsinger after finishing the demo 5 times.
Yeah, that's
John Romero called Metal Hellsinger a AAA quality shooter.
When the co-creator of Doom is like, yes, play this.
Yeah,
I remember Andy tweeted about that, and it was like he was like, ah!
Yeah, Romero, one of the founders of id Software, known for his work on Commander Keen, which is an amazing series in and of itself, Wolfenstein 3D, Quake, and of course, Doom. id Software is it's legendary. And Romero has cemented himself as part of the top. And if he basically said yes,
not so much. But
what's that?
The Daikatana, not so much.
Maybe.
But it was still an impressive
to be fair,
thing.
Like, I mean, you can't have all the hits.
Yeah. Well, no, it's he struck out on his own. That's what happened when he struck out on his own.
Again, you can't have all the hits.
And and in his own studio made Daikatana, and it I think that kind of flopped, honestly.
Kind of flopped. Yeah.
But he was trying to do everything like super big. I remember seeing at the time, like reading the articles and like their development studio, and like it was like a fucking game palace. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like it was a lot about the environment and visual of the actual developer place, not just like what the game was going to be.
Mm-hmm.
It was like we're making this really cool game, but also here's our office with like this amazing throne and a fucking giant sword, and like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it was back, I think, when that shit was like really popping off, when Carmack had like 3 Ferraris or something.
Mm-hmm.
There was money going around.
There was cream to spend.
But having someone like that be like, this game is fucking awesome.
So between him and the guy from Penny Arcade?
Yeah.
And he was like, don't sleep on this one. It's gonna be big.
Because I remember seeing like in like Twitch chat, and because obviously it's Twitch chat, right? They're gonna be fucking shit.
Right.
But people would be like, this is just like Doom with some music, or like a shitty Doom with some music, or this is just like this other bullet game that has music or whatever. And it's like I've seen that game, dude. No, it's not. It's not. It doesn't work the same. It doesn't.
Yeah, the other one's BPM, or bullets per minute.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Oh yeah, no, it's entirely different.
It's very different.
I mean, the Doom comparison is obvious.
Yeah, but
Like-
it's still not like it's still functionally different.
Right, but it's mechanically it's mechanically different.
It's mechanically different. And just the whole idea that like the better or worse you do, like either unlocks tracks or dynamically like locks tracks off of the music, the layered music, is fucking insane. Like
so you play through the first level, and it'll take you 15 minutes, and then you realize at the end of 15 minutes that like that was just one song.
Well, it was one song, and you heard lyrics for like 3 seconds when you hit 16 times, and then fucked up, and you never heard lyrics again.
Yeah.
like you need to do really, really well to. But also, what I feel like is cool is like it's you don't necessarily feel like you're you feel good when you hit like the 16 time multiplier and you're getting lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
But dropping below that doesn't feel like shit. Like the music's still really good. It's pumping. It's thumping. You're still headbanging.
It's only when your character starts dying, I think, is when it starts to get like muted and only the beat comes out. It's like
I even
boom,
like that
boom,
because at that
boom.
point, that's all I want. I want the beat as clear as possible so I don't fucking die.
Right.
And also, it kind of doubles as like a lot of games will go like gray and have like your like an accelerated heartbeat sound anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's the same thing. Yeah.
It's similar to that, but the beat is actually way more important. It's almost like they slow the beat down, and so it makes it easier for you to stay alive
and get back into
you can
your
hit
rhythm.
those beats easier.
Yeah.
And we played it. I mean,
yeah.
When they released demo, all three of us played it, and it's like a that the only word I can think that can really describe it is almost like a trance-like state. Like it's like when you're playing it, you just go into like
you don't even care about the graphics like at all. Like I feel like I'm looking at a 3D eye picture. You know, it's like when you cross your eyes. You cross your eyes to see the thing. You're like, oh, it's a sailboat. Right. When I'm playing that shit, like I'm not really looking at the things. I'm kind of more focused on the beat, and I'm pointing my crosshair at like these vague outlines of creatures that I'm not really processing because I'm focused not on the creature, but on the timing of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like every once in a while, I'll like, have a sequence where I kind of like maybe snap out of it a little bit, but like for the most part, when you're in it, you're not even really seeing it, or at least I'm not. You know what I mean? It's almost like
you get kind of tunnel vision.
Background. It's visually background. The whole game literally just sort of semi blurs, so you can focus on the music and the beat.
Mm-hmm.
I don't experience that like in anything else.
No, it is a unique experience. Yeah,
it's really fucking cool. Also, like we didn't figure out some of the shit until how long into it before you figure out like you could use ultimate powers and there was different ultimates on each weapon.
Right.
You remember?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because I don't think that I remember seeing. I don't think it was you guys. I remember seeing someone where like. I think it's the alt for your like little sword / thing is like a copy of you, or maybe it's the pistol.
No,
it's the pistol.
No, I think you're right the first time. I think it's the sword.
Is it the sword?
Yeah.
The copy of you that like attacks shit. Like I saw someone do that by accident, and they kept trying to shoot their copy. Like on the beat, but like they kept trying to shoot their copy, and it wasn't working. It was costing them beats because it doesn't do anything when you try and shoot yourself, essentially. Because they didn't realize what they had done, they didn't realize.
Yeah, like who's that? What enemy is that? They're like that's you.
Yeah, like I can't kill it. No, they didn't even say that. They were just like shooting its direction, and then eventually, like it faded away, and they just moved. Like they kept shooting other things around it, but you could see they kept wanting to like shoot at it, and it's like that's your thing, dude. Like even I know that now, but I didn't realize like every single weapon has its own sort of like ultimate.
Its own ultimate and
ultimate ability.
Yeah, its own pattern when it comes to recharging and or reloading, recharging, reloading.
Even the reloading, you can reload faster if you do it on the beat.
You can reload like a quick reload. Yeah, if you do it on the beat right.
Yeah. And then in the new trailer at the concert, they had, because I was watching that concert for like 20 minutes before it started. I had it up on the screen, and they kept rolling like footage.
Okay.
Also, when they were changing bands out, that takes a little bit sometimes. They're like just rolling that footage.
Oh yeah,
So you can see that footage a lot. But I noticed there's other weapons.
Oh yeah, like, the weapons that they showed were only probably just a handful they had for the demo. Yeah.
Yeah, so there's definitely other weapons that looked cool.
As a yes, they had a 95-minute. Well, the VOD for it is 95 minutes. The concert may have been a little longer than that, but
yeah, it went on for a while. But there was a fair bit of dead time in between stuff. So if the VOD, hopefully the VOD cut that.
I would assume so. Yeah.
And doesn't.
But it's up on YouTube. It's up on Funcom's YouTube channel. You can go watch the entire metal concert, which is pretty baller.
Fucking cool, man.
Yeah.
They had before the metal Hellsinger band, they had like an opening band that was like from France or something. It was really cool. And they just seemed really cool in general. Like they were very thankful for the opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't even think, if I'm not mistaken, they're actually not on the game. Like they just brought this other metal band to like open for them.
Yeah, just opening act, local band or something.
Yeah, like an opening act. It was a band from France, and like so they got this opportunity to like play a show at a fucking game convention.
At a gaming convention,
which has like pluses and minuses. I think it's a big, it's a lot of eyeballs, but not necessarily the crowd that's going to like headbang with you,
but a crowd that is very into buying merch.
Yes, but when you're putting on a show and it's a very like metal that wants like a mosh pit kind of vibe, and then there's just a bunch of gamer dudes standing there quietly looking on, it seemed pretty rough at first from like an audience participation point of view.
I get that.
Yeah, and like it did gradually get better, even with that band towards like the end of their set, because they did like, I don't know, like 3, 4, or 5 songs, more than I thought they would actually. They were really trying hard, and they did get some interaction going. There was a lot of trash talk on the Twitch chat about the
Twitch chat. Whenever these events, I just turn chat off. Yeah. I'm like, you guys are useless.
Take your salt lick. And
normally I do as well, but this time I left it on. Hey Mastic.
It's not to say that we don't appreciate you guys here in chat.
Yeah, just the Waffle
large events.
What are you trying to say, Waffle? What are you trying to say?
That we love our people in chat.
Oh, okay.
It's just the larger. When you get over to like over 1,000, it's just like
yeah. When you watch Twitch streams,
so
and it's like,
I'm saying, like,
I was actually
kind of surprised that while there was the people that are like, oh, this crowd is shit. It was kind of in a positive way, in the sense that like they wanted better for the band.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And actually the chat was fairly watchable, even though there was thousands of people watching.
Okay.
But it was Matt Heafy when he came out, like he was having none of that shit. He was like, you guys are gonna get the fuck up and there's gonna be a pit right here. This is what's going to happen. Start moving.
Yeah.
Like,
do it.
Like
now.
He just straight up and
commanded the crowd.
This is how a metal show works, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Like he fucking got out there. Like if you watch like his set, he got out there. He's like standing in the crowd,
mm-hmm.
and they got like someone else to like crowd surf by, but he's literally up there and he's telling them like, hold me up. Like he literally climbs up over the barrier and it's
like you're not a usual metal audience, so I'm going to teach you how to be.
He's like
metal audience.
He's literally standing on the crowd, screaming the song at them. Like he's really cool. He's also a Twitch streamer. He has his own a band. He's actually really Trivium. He's pretty well known in that scene, but he also streams really, really regularly. So he's kind of crosses that sort of barrier.
Gamer metal.
That game metal,
Yeah,
barrier.
and then just having like that Twitch presence to like know like, okay, like I'm on a Twitch thing, like I know how to do Twitch shit.
Right.
Kind of deal. Yeah, he was like, get the fuck up. And they had someone cosplaying the main character like really, really well.
Nice. Yeah, I saw. I forget what's her name, but she was doing like the entire, I guess, the whole weekend, or no, the first day, the big event there. Like she was there all day.
And then, oh yeah, even I didn't know. I don't know if you know this. One of the songs I think that we listened to, I think it's even in the demo, the one where you hear like a girl's voice.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And then it's like, whoa, 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 right? And then the girl's voice. That's the same person making both of those sounds. That is not switching singers. That is her. And seeing her do that live is fucking crazy. Because she like hits those parts, you know, almost like, I almost want to say like Evanescence sounding or something, right?
It is kind of, kind of Evanescence
parts. Yeah. And then she just goes super, like you think, you know, a 6'7" guy with a massive beard just walking around and started growling. That's her. That is her. Is fucking crazy.
That's amazing.
Oh, Ginger.
Yeah. No, I would assume sort of like Evanescence, and it was two separate singers.
Yeah. No, that's her. That's her. It's fucking crazy.
Okay. Yeah. No, that's amazing.
It's Alyssa White Gluz. I think I said the last name right. She got like a hyphenated last name.
Oh yes.
She's from Arch Enemy. But yeah,
Alyssa White Blues. Yeah. Gluz. Yeah.
Gluz. I have to hear someone say it.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah. When we were playing the demo, right? That her track is in there a lot. I think it was also in like trailers.
Her track is the track of the demo. Yeah.
I always thought it was too. I was like, oh, the guy's voice is here now, and then okay, back to the girl's voice. Nope, that's her.
Yeah.
Like she never left.
She never left. She's singing the same shit. And it's the same. Yeah, it's fucking crazy to see live, man. It's crazy to see her belt that shit out live.
God, now I need to watch that. Just that part.
Yeah, just to like get your brain to like snap a little bit. It's like, what is happening? How are these coming out of the same?
I mean, I know that to sing metal and as a singer, as a singer myself. No, I took for a while. I did take like professional music and professional vocalization training and etc. And anyone who is in the same sort of musical aspect knew that, like, you know, because at that time it was like Metallica and whatnot, and it's like, oh, well, that's, you know, some people are like, oh, that's metal. All they do is basically power chords and it's easier. And it's like, no, it's not. Any serious singer would be like, it's like doing what they do with their voices is just as demanding as doing like Italian opera, essentially. Like, it's,
well, and you also, a lot of people think like, oh, like the screaming has got to be like horrible on your voice and stuff, and it's like, well, I mean, it
not if done right.
If you do it wrong, but there's a lot of technique to how it's done.
If you do it wrong, it will mess up your voice. If you do it right, it doesn't.
You're just exercising a muscle. There was this. I actually watched a really interesting YouTube video that was like a professional singer. Like they both had their own YouTube channels, and they did like a collab where they actually like met in person, and it was like a metal singer and like a more standard trained singer, and they were like, she was having him do like try to sing one of the songs she would normally do, and then he was teaching her how to do like the metal song, and they're talking about like how you visualize moving like the soft palate and like all this stuff, and like she's thinking like, oh, it might be an opera later from, I'm not sure. She's thinking like, oh, you must be doing like this and it must be hurting this part, and he's like, no, like it's here and you do this, and like, oh, that's kind of similar to this. I never would have thought of that. And like they're like It's so crazy to see like two people that are so knowledgeable in their aspects, like cross-pollinate and share their like how they view their
technique,
their technique and how they view their instrument, you know, and like and I mean,
it harkens back to like monk throat singers or something, like or even like when you hear like certain singers that can produce multiple tones with their voice simultaneously, like they can produce the tone and the overtone, and it's like a certain and it's basically just vocal cord essentially manipulation, and it's just it's sort of along that lines. The charismatic voice on YouTube.
Maybe
I'm a Patreon patron. Okay.
It could be. I was trying to go, like look real quick and see. So it was with another person.
Chest voice resonance, head nasal resonance. Yes, it's using the two open parts essentially. I'm losing terminology.
Yeah, I didn't understand half what they were saying. But it was.
I'd probably understand. So I'd probably understand most of it from my vocal days, but
it was interesting to see that they also had to like explain terms to each other, because like both disciplines have different terms sometimes for like similar or even like the same things.
Okay.
So like they're speaking a similar language, but like not exactly the same.
So it's it's like people from two different countries who are both doing sign language.
You can probably also just say two different people in the UK, like two streets over, and they fucking can't talk to each other.
Yeah, probably.
They're both speaking English technically, but not really.
Well, that's why they say like American Sign Language is different than Brazilian Sign Language or other country sign language, because the phrasing and the words are very slightly different, and so they're like, okay, but some stuff is generally the same, but it's not exactly the same, and it's like different dialects of sign language kind of works like that.
Yeah,
something. I don't know. Yeah.
I'm just saying, fucking Metal Hellsingers, amazing, and the talent they got on it, amazing.
It's very good, and we're glad that we pointed out when they first announced it all that time ago that would be like, hey, you're gonna make sure that all this is good to stream on Twitch, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think that's like the first question I asked Tasha is like, is this I tweeted her, I sent her DMs like, is the music gonna be possible or is it gonna be a separate track?
I think I did as well.
Because that was at a time when Twitch was going through a everyone was getting hit for different things.
Everything.
Yeah. And so we were like, hey, this is a thing. It's gonna be a thing. Just FYI, it's going to be a thing.
Yeah, this is not like playing Rock Band or Guitar Hero.
And they got back to us and they were pretty much like, no, we're on it. Yeah, we know. It's gonna be a thing. It's a thing.
But it comes out on the 15th of September.
Sweet. The month that we are in.
Yep.
Yeah, super looking forward to that.
Video error here?
Oh, are you? Hashtag soon.
TM.
Soon TM.
Soon. Waffle. Look at the main entrance to Agartha for a second. And no, you don't have names on above people's heads.
No.
I'm seeing a weird I'm getting I can't tell if it's a bug or not. But people farther away, their names are very far to the left.
No,
much farther than their characters are.
Some kind of desync or something.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
I'm going to call this Desync Thursday.
Yeah, right, because everything's desyncing.
Nothing's been going right this week or tonight.
It's a little weird. I've never seen it happen before. Probably because I'm Kirsten Geary.
I'm gonna say you've been altered
for a while.
Yeah, your vision.
Yeah, it's all right. If it stays like that, that's fine. It's cool.
I guess what you're doing is you're seeing the world through her eyes,
and how everything is just
to the left.
To to the left.
Quick bullet point of Secret World news. Like Secret World specifically? I don't think there's a ton of them.
Oh, a bullet point of just the news we had just for like this show. Sure.
Oh, Secret World news.
Because Massa came in a little late. So okay, the main news was that Star Anvil Studios announced that Secret World Tabletop RPG Kickstarter is going to be coming in. Surprise, surprise, October.
Woo.
And no real surprise there. I mean, you know. We're really looking forward to it as well.
As far as game stuff, I guess we should probably have the Equinox again soon, right?
Oh, let me check
Masick, it doesn't have a date. It's just October.
It has a month.
Has a month. Much like much like my wife's birthday. It has
mine too, actually.
What that is with birthday months.
My wife also celebrates her birthday month.
A month-long celebration.
Let's see. Envoys of Avalon usually hits September 16th.
Yeah, so that should be like the next Secret World thing. See, you get the Equinox for your birthday, Masick. Congratulations.
There you go.
And then they're supposed. Okay, so I believe the pink suits stuff is still supposed to be coming at some point. Valentine's stuff that like never has appeared yet.
Yes,
it's still supposed to be coming soon.
TM indeed.
So apparently it's in. I think from what I gathered from catching up on Discord, from Discord chat.
Happy birth month.
I think there was something, or maybe it was probably Bomber. Bomber's still around. It was something about
Bomber usually cuts out by now.
The suits, the pink suits might be like in a patch or something that hasn't come out yet. So who knows when that'll come out? But
sometimes between now and the heat death of the universe. So hey, you got some time.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
This is the bug. I'm gonna post it in the Discord. You can see it a little bit. It's not the best in the world.
Show me your pictures.
I will.
Wow.
Don't be jelly.
I'm a jam.
Sir, we've been
TM working overtime. Doesn't it always?
There's only one man who would dead.
I actually have to hit enter. There you go.
Stop.
Getting late. That was the only real Secret World news, or instead, In Medias Res, also known as Refem, posted a video for the host as well, which is always fun. We love talking about Refem stuff. That sounded bad.
Enhance.
We love talking about your stuff. Jimmy's is closer, but yeah, like look at that. Is it normally that far to the left?
It seems a little odd.
Enhance.
You want to join my cult? I need voices for next episode.
Enhance.
Refem is recruiting members for his cult.
You need voices for your next episode? Ooh. What's the next episode? What's it gonna be? Can you tell us? Oh no, it's probably under wraps. You don't want to tell anybody. Surprise.
Spoilers.
Having like a one-sided conversation.
Right. I'm like, tell us. No, don't. Tell us. No, but don't.
Yes, but tell us.
All right.
No, don't.
Well, that doesn't make any sense. How dare you, sir? And they just get offended at him and like walk off.
I'm like Gollum. I'm just,
Stupid hobbitses.
Yeah. Give us the ring. No, they're nice hobbitses. Just end up talking to myself. But other Funcom-esque news, Conan Exiles 3.0 update launched today. Age of Sorcery. And Conan Exiles is free to play on Steam September 1st through the 8th, and free to play on Xbox September 8th to the 11th. Dune Awakening. They announced Dune Awakening, a open world survival MMO and OWS MMO. What was it? What the hell was it recently? Someone said that they were like, what is the weirdest acronym you have heard for an MMO? And someone said that there was one game that tried calling their MMO a multiplayer. What was it? A multiplayer evolving online world.
Meow.
A meow.
That's great. That's great. I like it. I like it.
Yeah. So, but this is an open world survival MMO, and Owls MMO.
Wait, is it an MMO or an MMORPG?
The way they say it's just MMO.
Okay.
You're not gonna be playing any roles.
Survival. Okay.
Who needs that?
I'm just making sure I didn't miss something.
It's classless.
Yeah, just because it spells meow, I'm down with it. Right? Yeah, it's
like that's all you had to say.
You had me at meow.
Right, a multiplayer evolving online world. I was like, yes. Cripes. Why aren't they all called that? Be like, we're in the secret world meow right now.
Meow. Right meow.
No, that's what we were last time.
Do you think this is so damn funny, meow?
Yeah.
Do I look like a cat? Do I look like a kitten, meow? Do you see me jumping from tree to tree, limb to limb, all nimbly bimbly like meow?
I'm wondering if Mikey is getting the reference or not.
I do not know. That's above my head.
Okay, because the way I was like, I don't know if he's getting this one.
Nope. Sorry.
Okay. That's sad.
Yeah.
Does that mean you're not? That means you're not getting my Snosberry reference either.
Yeah. Or the
No, I'm getting your Snosberry reference.
Who wants a mustache ride? I do.
The Snosberries taste like Snosberries. Them Super Troopers.
Oh no, the Snosberries taste like Snosberries is that's what's it Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Yes, but
in Super Troopers, he's high as fuck. He just saw the Snosberries taste like Snos. See,
and I'm picking from right the Willy Wonka. Yes, the Willy Wonka reference. Yeah.
So yeah, we've been quoting Super Trooper stuff, and you're just not getting it.
But no, I haven't seen Super Troopers, so yeah, sorry.
That's a shame.
Go and pistol whip the next person who says shenanigans. Hey, Farva.
All right, have a good one, Masick. Oh, so yeah, Dune Awakening looks good. Metal Hellsinger concert.
Looks
baller. That's basically it. Or and that's just our usual shenanigans.
It's still the first one. It's the first Super Troopers, right? Where like the puts on a cup and gets and has them shoot him in the dick.
It's the bulletproof. Yeah, that's the first one. It's a bulletproof cup, and he's like, "Oh, shoot me."
Yeah.
All right, Masick, have a good one.
And then the sheriff, the sheriff, like the main guy comes.
Yeah,
the chief comes up and is like, we pulled this prank when I was doing this.
When I was a rookie. But back in the day, we used blanks. Dumbass.
And he shoots the gun and it blows out a window, and he's like, "You're fucking crazy," because he literally has him shooting him with live rounds, and like all he's wearing is a bulletproof cup. Like he's completely naked except for a bulletproof cup, which he gets shot in, goes flying back and lands on the ground. That movie's fucking hilarious. There's lots of good quotes from it. And I think the credit scene where the cop goes nuts and starts like fighting all the kids on the school bus.
Oh yeah, Farva. And I like a liter of cola. It's a little large, sir. Oh, and don't spit my food.
Did you spit in this?
Does that look like spit to you? Yeah, fuck it. Whatever.
He just tackles him over the counter. They made a bunch of good movies that were funny. They did the
island or
the island one.
The horror movie. It's not really
it's like memorable. A spoof or like a parody.
Yeah,
that one it wasn't bad though. I thought it was all right. But no, the other one that was really good was the one where they get high. That one was pretty funny, right? Or no, I'm thinking of the beer one. Sorry.
Oh, Beer Fest.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's them too.
This is where you two overlap, and I'm just like,
what the fuck are you talking about?
Like, whatever. Das Boot.
Dude, but I mean, genuinely, I think both those movies are like really, really funny. Whether you're like into.
Oh no, I think I would find them pretty hysterical. I probably would find them pretty hysterical. I just don't really watch movies that often. That's all.
If you've never seen it, I highly recommend The Brothers Grimsby. It's not the Brothers Grimm. It's the Brothers Grimsby. Okay. And it has the guy that played Borat.
Okay.
Right? The man.
Oh,
the
yeah.
Beanie guy himself.
Whatever his name is, yeah.
Yeah.
Sacha Baron Conan.
There you go.
Or close to it. Yeah.
I saw that shit years ago, and at one point, I was laughing so hard, I slid off the couch onto the floor, and I couldn't breathe, and I couldn't even see the screen anymore because my eyes had filled with tears. Like I couldn't breathe, and I couldn't see, and I slid off the couch onto the floor.
Nice.
That's how fucking hard I just lost my shit. And then I've been like getting over being sick, but my dad came out to visit, and he still hadn't seen it yet, even though it's from like 2016 or something. I was like, I told you to watch this. It's like, all right, we're watching it. He was out for 2 days. We watched the movie. My poor wife was trying to sleep for work, and we were both cackling like hyenas. Just like texted me like, you guys are too goddamn loud.
Shut the heck
up. And
up.
also, like, I was still very like sick, and so I was like hacking. I had like this like horrible death rattle fucking cough, and I nearly died rewatching the movie because I had forgotten some parts, and like I like started just with like chest C stuff. Brothers Grimsby is really
can't breathe.
Really fucking stupid. Okay, like it's stupid. But oh my god, it just keeps going. You'd be like, oh, okay. This would be like crass and a stupid joke if you stopped here. But they push it, and you're like, all right, well that's funny because you kept going. And they're like, oh no, we're not done. And they just keep until like you just can't take it anymore.
I gotcha. Yeah.
It's really
making a note of it.
Brothers Grimsby. I told my brother about it. That's who I went to see in California, and at first he was looking at me like sideways, like, and then my other brother pulled up the trailer, and just the trailer, he was like, okay, I see what you mean. It's stupid. That shit is funny. Like even the trailer, like you can tell from the trailer, like this is gonna be dumb, but then also the trailer is just fucking hilarious. So like, all right, you're no expectations of any intelligence whatsoever, but expect to laugh at some really overboard stupid shit.
That's fair.
I think I'm trying to remember if it's in the trailer. But he accidentally like shoots a kid in a wheelchair with AIDS. But that's not even the funny part. The funny part is the slow-mo as the blood splatters into someone else's mouth and gives like some famous person fucking AIDS because he accidentally shot the kid, and it's like shoots him, and then from the wound like the blood like sprays out. It's like, oh my god, they've accidentally given Daniel Radcliffe AIDS. It's like and then it's like a news report about it and shit. You're like, what the fuck just happened in this movie?
Like, what's going on here? What is this? Well, on that note, Agents.
I recommend it. Just saying.
This has been the 0 Point Report, strain 68-OCT. You can catch us recording live every other Thursday night, or every 3 Thursday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern time here on the 0 Point Report Twitch channel, where you can also join us and chat with us while we do the show live, or download our show wherever podcasts are found so you can listen to us on the go. Jimmy, where can we find you online?
Good luck, I'm hiding.
Like a smart man.
JimmyTheRabbit.com, YouTube.com/JimmyTheRabbit, Twitch.tv/JimmyTheRabbit, and @OneJimmyRabbit on Twitter. And I have been kind of on a sick break from the streaming, but I've been trying to keep up the YouTube stuff.
Okay.
So I've been uploading things still.
I feel that. 2 Ton Waffle, where can we find you online?
Right here.
Right there.
No, you can find me over here on Twitch, 2 Ton Waffle. You also Twitter, 2 Ton Waffle. Pretty much anywhere you can find 2 Ton Waffles, I'll be there. I'm your tasty breakfast treat in the morning.
The 2,000 pounds.
Yeah.
4,000 pounds waffle.
Sometimes it feels like it. Sometimes it doesn't.
Wait, is it a ton?
Is it 2,000 pounds?
Yeah, I want to say, is it 1 ton, 2,000 pounds?
That's what she said.
2,200, give or take.
Yeah.
Okay, that was close.
So 2 tons would be 4,409 pounds.
There you go. It's a hefty waffle.
That's a lot of waffle.
All right. So
Only the brave may attempt.
I'm gonna get a government grant to see if I can make a 2-ton waffle.
I'm sure it would break all kinds of world record attempts.
And probably some other shit too. Literally break the mold.
You can find me both on Twitter and here on Twitch at Big Mikey Ocho, dryer metric.
What do you mean? What does dryer metric mean? I went for metric ton. What's a dry ton?
A dry ton? I don't know. That's above my pay grade.
No sirp.
You can get in touch with us by engaging with the show on Twitter at 0 Point Report, checking out previous shows on our YouTube channel, and joining us on our Discord server, both named the 0 Point Report. From all of us here at the 0 Point Report, we want to thank you for tuning in and wish you all the best from the secret world. Have a great night, everybody, and we will see you next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Dryweight Imperial.
Oh, Imperial.
We got freedom units over here. America.
Metric.
Freedom units.
Freedom units.